Hey guys, today we will be learning how to open and then complete Thorns Pass. So this is you sort of see in the Badlands, you're at the bottom of the map there. But yeah, all you have to do is just use Thermite, keep throwing his little bombs at the tank, which then disappears. I'm just sort of having some fun with the trolls there. But once you've sort of done, defeating enemies, or you get bored, whichever comes sooner, you can use Thermite to open up the gates. So it's just sort of aim for the bits with the holes in. I don't think it makes any difference, if I'm being honest, but it seems to work every time for me, so that's what I do. There we go, we've opened up Thorns Pass. Slightly ominous camera angle there. Oh, they look friendly. I should pan to us in a minute. There we are. Alright, so with this guy, again, just use Thermite. I'm just going to make sure I've got the Eye of Spirit equipped there. I will do a separate video on how to get all 4 of those Mystic Eyes, because they are worth hunting down. So he looks intimidating, he's really not. You just use Thermite, sort of throw a bomb underneath his chin, and then you have to use Chiller to sort of just keep throwing spikes under his chin. Apparently that's like his weak spot or something. You see his health bar going down on the left there. Even better if the motion goes all nice and slow for you there. Annoyingly, the only way you can defeat these guys is with bombs. I think with this, the big guy, I think what you're meant to do is use Pummelweed to sort of strike underneath his jaw, but I don't have either the time or the patience for that. So yeah, I just use Thermite, sort of throw some bombs, get the same effect. Yeah, just finish the job off with Chiller. Finally. So with this bit, trolls they'll just keep spawning almost indefinitely. Some health bars going down a bit there. So it's up to you how long you stick around for. I always like to take down that tower, because it makes me feel a bit smug. But yeah, it's up to you however long you stay around for. Just launching a bomb at those towers will just get rid of them. But yeah, that will save you the boredom of watching me just fight endless trolls, and I'll move on. No, so much like with the other levels, whenever you see padlocks, aim for the padlock, not the other side, because that won't do anything. So sort of you just follow the way I did it, basically. Yeah, as soon as you cross that bridge, it will trigger a cutscene where the sort of boss fight, I think his name's Lord Drock or something, so he'll wake up. I will do a separate video on how to defeat him, just as a short. But yeah, spoiler alert, you have to fight him at the end. Right now my health is a bit more optimistic. I'll sort of re-equip the Eye of Spirit. You can use the Eye of Strength. It's not my favourite. You only really need to use it for the final scene where you're battling Thorn, which isn't this level. Just in case you did want to go back, now you can't. But yeah, you just use Thermite to blow up the bridge. Right, so as it says there, you can survive going on lava with Thermite, just make sure you keep the shield equipped. And this bit can be kind of tricky, weirdly. So my little tip here, don't get stuck along the edges, because somehow it sometimes glitches and then you just get stuck and then your health runs out, not your health, your spirit runs out, and then you drop the shield, and obviously it doesn't end too well. But this bit's fairly easy. If you don't like those scorpion things, those are the nests. So you can just blow them up if you want. But this is the bit we need to move on. So lesson number 1, actually try and aim for the hole. Let's try again. Did I get it wrong? Oh no, there we go. Almost got it wrong a second time, that would be embarrassing.
Most likely by Thorn himself. Well, this time you've got all the elemental warriors at your command, so let's find Thorn and settle the score.
Right, so that wall there, you can just destroy it with thermite. You tend to find that a lot in the later levels, is just keep throwing bombs at things, you'll be fine. So sort of, I said earlier with those scorpion nest things, very easy to destroy. Didn't really have to blow that one up, but they annoy me, so I'm going to. Right, so again, just blow up the wall. Helps if you actually aim the bomb at the wall. Right. Honestly, these things are so annoying. Much like before, it's sort of just a nice little grate you can pop open with one of Thermite's bombs. Just change back to the fire. Right, it's up to you if you want to stick around and sort of fight all these trolls. It's not necessary, but it can be quite fun to launch them if you do this move. So it's the back blast one. So I think you press LT and then hold RT and LT together. You can sort of see a lot of the fighting going on there. Yeah, again, up to you. You can choose to help or not. It's up to you, really. It is always handy to blow up these tower things, just because the trolls at the top of them are always launching things at you, and it's kind of annoying. Again, not necessary, but yeah, I find it helps. Right, so the next bit. Major ruin, then up this ramp and turn to Chiller. Not really sure why there's walls made of ice in a big pit full of lava, but we'll sort of skim over that. So yeah, just jump up the next one with Chiller. It's a lot quicker to go up these walls using leap than just, climbing up them. It'll take forever if you do that. So you need to be major room for the next bit. This bit can be a little tricky. So as soon as you land, go straight into another rush. Because if you don't, it's very easy to just fall off the edge. Alright, so in order to open the next gate, we have to kill all of these trolls. From the beginning, these can only be destroyed with Thermite's bombs. I mean, unless I suddenly figure out that they can be destroyed other ways, but I don't think so. Yep, just keep throwing your bombs at them. Doesn't take too long. He's probably the easiest because he's sort of contained within those boxes. So there's only 4 of them in total, so it's not too difficult. She says whilst getting an absolute cooking. So let's just get rid of this last guy. He's being very annoying. And that should open up the gate. Again, not necessary to kill these guys, but can be quite entertaining depending on which move you use. Yeah, next bit is dash up here with Major Ruin. These guys, they're not too difficult. All it takes is a bomb or two, especially if you've upgraded them all. So I did do a separate video on how to get all of the elemental fruits. There's 100 of them in total, I think, which I think is out now, to be fair. Which is very handy because there's a lot of very good moves on each elemental warrior that is definitely worth upgrading. Sort of these things swinging from the ceiling, they're helpful. If you drop them straight on it, on the trolls, then yeah, it kills them, but it's actually getting that accuracy. No, so little fire trolls will always pop out of those boxes, whether you break the boxes or not. So yeah, just use deep blue, just keep using your little water cannons, get rid of them, so it can just be a bit persistent otherwise. And move on to the next bit. So this guy, much like the first bit of the level, just keep chucking bombs at him until he sort of gets all dazed, and then use Chiller to keep striking his jaw. And Doom Trolls, can't actually see any of them about. They're sort of like little blue trolls. Just got to keep persisting, sort of destroying both the trolls and him, preferably. It would help to actually hit his jaw though, wouldn't it? And that should open up the next gate for us. Very kind of him. Up to you how long you want to sort of stick around here for. Just get some of my fiery sludge stuff. That should seal off a couple of them. Annoyingly, that move doesn't get rid of these armoured ones, which is very irritating. But as you can see, sort of trolls will just keep spawning through those doors. So just stick around for however long you want to, and then afterwards we move through the gate that the nice big troll opened up for us. You've got to make sure you're close to the wall, otherwise that happens. It's not really a disaster because it only just puts you back here. Right, there we go, I'm actually on the wall this time. Right, so this podium here is another one of those, just as soon as you hit it, brush off again. It can be quite easy to fall off it. I'd say these are definitely the worst trolls. Just because you sort of have to expose them before you then attack them, which is so annoying. So we've done this a few times now. I think the nicest combination to have is deep blue ash and pummel-weed. Just get a little cutscene out of the way here. So he's going to smash the edge of that platform, so just sort of stand away from it. Goes. Right, so use pummel-weed, flip the shell things, which I've done many times before now. They're probably the most annoying in the Forgotten Forest. There's quite a few of them there, I think. There we go, flip that one. Use whichever warrior gets rid of them fastest, because if they get a chance to go back onto the shell, it's so inconvenient. Just wait for him to stop his spinning, but we can then flip his little shell over. I would say make these a priority over the trolls just running around, because they can hit you with the shells and it's quite painful. Okay, this bit, I never understood when I used to play this like the first or second time. You have to shoot down the two dragons. So beforehand, I'm just sat here waiting for, just the gate to open. I'm like, well, but yeah, any two dragons. Just there we go. There goes the first one. Right, so just gotta wait for another one to sort of break free from the flock or whatever you want to call it. I did just miss that because there was a troll annoying me. Actually, they get in your face a bit, don't they? Maybe just very similar to people who stick around. That will annoy them. These trolls can be quite annoying. Sometimes it helps to just, get rid of some of them. I do think they keep spawning though, which is kind of annoying. So it's a bit of a balance. There goes our second dragon. They've opened up the nice little gate to us for the final bit. Up to you if you want to fight the armoured guys or not. It's personal preference. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I guess it depends how lazy I'm feeling on the day. Right, so you want the Eye of Spirit equipped, you want Snare equipped, and Chitter equipped. So it's up to you who you have for your third one, because you're not going to need him. And through we go to fight Lord Drock. It's going to launch straight into a little cutscene here. Yeah, so you see those magmites on his arm. They're very important. So a quick lesson with this one. It might seem very sort of tempting to keep sort of hitting Lord Drock, but the key is to shoot him in the stomach, which doesn't actually do him any harm, but I'll get around to that. And doing that releases all these magmites. So what you want to do is gather as many of these as you can, sort of root yourself backwards and forwards and just fling them onto him. For some reason they don't tend to stick to him if you don't root yourself and rock backwards and forwards. Don't know why, just doesn't seem to. Every time he almost hits you, he laughs. So it is worth sort of aiming for the chest plate that becomes exposed. But I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can. So you see he's covered in these little explosive things. Don't hit them until he starts to get annoyed by their presence. When he does that, that's when you need to strike. So he's got quite a few of them on now. I might get away with it, to be fair. Stomach one more time, try and release some more. Because basically, if you hit him loads, sort of if you strike him every time you hit the magmites on him, he just gets annoyed and then starts running around, and it's a lot easier to do it in the first hit if you can. Oh, so you've taken him right to the edge there. I've been squished. That's the thing, I'm only going to need one magmite. So the problem is he's now very annoyed. I don't care about him laughing because I'm only going to have to hit him once or twice, depending on my aim. Right, can I get this done? Right. You see what I mean? If you take him right to the edge, he gets really annoyed. I suppose anyone would be if... There you go. That is how you defeat Lord Drock. Sort of nice, quick sort of answer there. I think that took me under a minute, as opposed to if you sort of faff around with shooting him every time, it takes you about 3 to 5 minutes, maybe. But there you go. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!